Hey man, I was listening to your set the market this morning on YouTube. It looked like a crazy ton of people there. What's up? What's going on?
We had a ton of people, but and it makes sense after a sell-off like we had after the Fed. I mean, the S&P was down, what, 3%, which is the first time it's done that in probably years. I didn't go back, but it's been a while. So everyone's basically shell-shocked. And, a lot of people in morning show, but I'm telling you, there was like almost no questions.
And that's
So to
crazy,
me,
right? That's crazy. Why aren't people asking, what do you think? What are you going to do? I mean, I know you're telling them what you think, but why aren't they saying, hey, I'm holding this. What should I do? Or how long do you think this will last? Or like, it's like being in school and not understanding the math teacher and then thinking you're going to be able to go home and do the homework.
I listen, it's one of the more baffling things to me. I keep saying we live in a gambling bubble, right? And I always tell I've been telling you for months and months, listen,
I know.
it's not an economic crisis, it's a gambling bubble. You guys are all along the same stuff. You're short volatility and you think you're a trader. No, you're not. You're blindly buying dips in hopes if it goes up. That's not a strategy. That's worked and it has worked, right? Like, let's be clear. But a lot of these guys are going to blow up their portfolios. They're going to blow up their entire savings or whatever they traded higher for years now, and they're going to blow it up. And the fact that they have no questions on it, when the S&P is down 3%, tells me they're shell shocked. They're all way too long. They're all short volatility. I mean, I'm doing everything I can to teach them this, but if you're not willing to listen, you're not willing to listen. Like they will listen. It's a question of time. Usually, it happens once you have a real crisis, but then it's too
Right.
late.
Like for them, 24 hours is like, well, let's
Yeah.
just dial into as many people as we can and see what, not what the talk heads on TV are saying, but what the real traders are saying. Let's go listen to what they're saying. And then, maybe I'll get some insight as to if this is going to stick. And I've been hearing you say, look, I'm not talking about a crash, right? You're the trader, I'm not saying the market's about to crash. I'm just
Right.
saying that what was working is not going to work anymore. And if you keep trading the same way you have been, we'll call it, just like you said, waiting for the dips and buying and holding and waiting for those big rallies,
Yeah.
you're going to be screwed a couple months from now. Like it's not going to take long for it to really show its head.
Yeah. No, that's exactly right. So I just wish people would be a bit more thinking about going forward. Everyone's thinking linearly, meaning they think what happened yesterday is going to happen again tomorrow. We've had these dips that just have V-shaped reversal. We've had it for 15 years. And I get it. Like, I actually even make sense that they think it's going to continue. And it probably will continue for some time, but at some point it'll stop. And then it's just too late. So there's no risk management out there. Everyone is basically rolling the dice, and it's to me, it's just crazy dangerous.
What would
I
be
mean,
like
and
let's just say, because I have family members that are rolling the dice right now. I have some people very close to me that are rolling the dice right now, just like you just said. And so whoever watches this, me watching this, and then wanting to go tell one of my closest, nearest, and dearest, what's the best piece of advice right now to
yeah,
anybody that's heavy, that's loaded, loaded in the
yeah,
market?
sure. I mean, as you know, I've been telling these people for way too long. It's to the point where I'm like delusional myself because I'm like saying it so much. Um, but they're all along the same stuff multiple times, and there's no risk management. So we get a question. People are freaking out after stock XYZ is down 3%. Like, they don't even realize that that's nothing. That doesn't even register. That's like a pimple on an elephant. Dinosaurs. I forget an elephant. It's a dinosaur's ass. It doesn't even register. You know, and so one, reduce your damn position size. Realize that whatever Nvidia stock you're gambling on, right? And this is not a negative comment on Nvidia; it's a good company. But realize that whatever options leverage trade that you're doing on that, you probably own that stock 3 times in your other portfolios, and this is me hoping you actually have a diversified portfolio somewhere else. You know, so they're not realizing that they're doubling and tripling down on the same damn trade every single time. And that's what I would do, is just be cognizant of that, reduce the position size, and realize that V-shaped reversals in markets that last for 15 years are complete anomalies. So just chill, take it down a notch. You know,